welcome back to another deep dive. Okay, so the world is absolutely buzzing with generative AI right now. It feels like it's everywhere.
It really does.
And, everyone's talking about tools like OpenAI's ChatGPT.
Yeah.
But here's the question I keep hearing, the one that keeps popping up. Do you really need to shell out money, like $20 a month, to get the real power out of these assistants?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Or, well, the $20 question.
Exactly. Or is there maybe a way to get those top-tier AI capabilities without opening your wallet? So today, that's our mission. We're going to try and figure that out. Okay, let's unpack this.
Let's do.
Our goal isn't just like a simple free versus paid ChatGPT comparison. We really want to pull back the curtain on this whole ecosystem of powerful, often kind of overlooked free alternatives. Think of this deep dive as your shortcut, basically, to understanding that the best AI tool, well, it isn't absolute. It really depends entirely on your specific needs, your workflow.
And what's fascinating here is how many people seem overwhelmed. They see all these tools, or they just sort of think, the really good AI, that must be behind a paywall.
Right. That's the assumption.
Yeah, and our goal here is to, demystify that a bit. We want to empower you with really practical, actionable info so you can build your own, super effective AI toolkit without spending money you don't need to.
Makes sense.
We've dug through some really thorough sources, articles, expert analyses, research papers looking at the tech side, but also the practical, real-world uses. They've given us a great map, really.
Good stuff.
So this conversation, it's about breaking down those barriers to, let's say, advanced knowledge, and showing that cutting-edge AI is actually more democratic, more accessible than maybe most people think.
I completely agree. And for so many people, their first step into generative AI is ChatGPT. Sometimes it's the only step they take.
True, it's often the default.
So let's start right there with the big name. Let's break down its two main versions. We'll kick off with the free one, the one running on GPT 3.5 Turbo.
Yeah.
Now, from everything we've read, it's super clear this is not some basic demo version.
No, not at all.
It's consistently called extremely competent for a whole bunch of everyday tasks. Writing text, making quick summaries, handling translations, brainstorming, even spitting out simple code, just having a normal conversation.
Yeah, it's surprisingly versatile.
For most people, just doing regular digital stuff is genuinely impressive right out of the gate.
It is.
But here's where it gets really interesting for me. Because while GPT 3.5 is great, I've heard about these limitations, things that can catch you off guard.
Yes, the trade-off.
What are those crucial trade-offs? What do we need to know?
Right, and this raises an important question. How much do these limitations actually matter for your day-to-day stuff? It's key to understand them.
Okay.
So first up, the big one, the knowledge cutoff. Basically, GPT 3.5's brain is kind of frozen, knowledge-wise, around January 2022.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So what that means practically is if you ask about current events, recent discoveries, latest market stuff, even software updates from the last couple of years, it just won't know. By default, anyway.
Right, like talking to someone who hasn't read a newspaper in ages.
Exactly, like a brilliant friend who's been offline for 2 years. So for timely research or staying current, that's a pretty big hurdle.
Yeah, I can see that. What else?
Second, its context capacity is shorter. Think of it like the AI's short-term memory, right? So in really long chats back and forth, or if you feed it a big document, maybe a 10-page report, a long email thread, it might start to forget the earlier details or the instructions you gave it way back at the start.
Okay, so it loses the plot a bit.
Kind of, yeah. It can lead to responses that are less coherent, less relevant, maybe incomplete, makes trying to summarize info across a big document pretty tricky.
Gotcha.
Third thing is availability. This is more practical. Free users might hit delays, slower responses, or even get locked out during really busy times.
Oh, the dreaded capacity message.
Exactly that. Nothing's more frustrating when you need it now and it says, hold on. And finally, accuracy. It's generally decent, but it is more likely to make stuff up, what we call hallucinations, compared to the fancier models.
Right, the plausible but totally wrong answer.
Precisely. Imagine asking for legal cases and it just invents them. Sounds real, but isn't. Our sources really hammer this point. It's not just annoying. For professionals who need accuracy, fact-checking that stuff can eat up so much time.
That's a really powerful point, the time cost of just checking if it's right. Okay, so those limitations, the knowledge cutoff, the hallucinations, the context window, they make a lot of sense. Which brings us to the paid version, ChatGPT Plus, $20 a month.
Yep.
For that money, what are the big advantages? What makes it worth it for someone bumping up against those free limits?
Okay, so the jump to Plus brings some really significant game-changing benefits. The main thing is you get access to GPT-4.
The newer model.
Yeah, and it's not just a small tweak. It's described everywhere as significantly more powerful, advanced, and precise. We're talking way fewer hallucinations, so the output is more trustworthy.
That's key.
It handles much more complex reasoning. It can untangle requests with multiple layers. Like, you could ask it, summarize this dense report, then pull out the top 3 risks, and then draft a quick email about those risks. GPT 3.5 might kind of struggle to keep all those threads straight.
Right, it might mess up the connections.
Exactly. GPT-4 handles that nuanced understanding much, much better. More finesse.
Okay, so better core intelligence. What else?
Beyond the model itself, you get actual internet access with its browse feature. This directly fixes that knowledge cutoff problem of the free version.
Ah, so it can search the web now.
In real time, yeah. So no more being stuck in 2022. You also get a much, much bigger context capacity.
How much bigger?
We're talking up to 128,000 tokens. To put that in perspective, that's roughly like a short book.
Wow, okay, that's huge.
It's huge. It's not just about feeding it a slightly longer article. You could give it an entire business plan, a white paper, maybe even a few related documents all at once, and ask it to pull insights across all of them.
That sounds incredibly useful for deep research.
Absolutely. For things like competitive analysis or really in-depth research where you need that comprehensive view, it's critical.
Okay, what else comes with this subscription?
Then you get the really cool multimodal capabilities. This means it can understand and work with different types of info, not just text.
Like images.
Exactly. Like uploading a complex sales chart and asking it, explain the key trends here. Or maybe a photo of a broken gadget and asking what could be wrong based on this picture. It just opens up totally new ways to use AI.
That is pretty cool.
And for the real power users, there are plugins and code execution. So it integrates with other services. Think Expedia for booking travel, Wolfram Alpha for math, Zapier for automation. It stops being just a chatbot and becomes more like a productivity hub.
Right, connecting the dots.
Yeah. And finally, you get priority access, guaranteed uptime even when everyone else is tricky to use it. That's pretty invaluable if you rely on it for work.
Wow, okay. That is a pretty compelling list. Especially the multimodal stuff in that massive context window. It really sounds like for a professional, someone whose job needs high accuracy in current data, that $20 starts to look pretty reasonable.
It definitely can be.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture,
Mm-hmm.
what's the sort of partial verdict from the sources we looked at? Is it just paid is always better?
No, not at all, actually. It's less about one being inherently better overall and more about matching the tool to your specific needs. The sources give a pretty clear verdict on this. Paying is definitely necessary if your work demands that top-level precision, where you need to analyze current events constantly, or you're processing really long documents, integrating with other apps, or using image input.
Or the specific advanced features?
Those are the areas where GPT-4 really shines and gives you things the free version just can't do. However, for the casual user, for general writing, brainstorming, basic coding, just asking questions, the free GPT 3.5 is still an exceptionally powerful tool.
So it really comes down to use case.
Exactly. It depends on your specific workflow, your budget, and, frankly, the level of precision you actually need.
Yeah.
If the free version handles 80% of what you throw at it perfectly well, maybe that's the smart move.
That's a crucial distinction. Okay, so the free version is solid for many, but paid unlocks that pro level where accuracy and features are critical. So what does this all mean for someone listening who wants to get the most out of AI without subscribing? It means you've got way more options than you might think. The AI world is so much bigger than just OpenAI. In this next part, it's like opening the garage door to reveal a whole fleet of specialized high-performance cars, each one built for a specific race, and they're all free. This is your hidden arsenal.
Exactly. It's such an exciting time because the ecosystem is just so rich and diverse now. You really don't need one tool to do absolutely everything. Let's dive into some of these powerful, free alternatives. Each one has its own special strength.
Okay, clear it.
First, for research and getting real-time information, you absolutely have to check out Perplexity AI.
Perplexity, okay.
It's often described as an answer engine. It basically combines language models. It even uses GPT-4 in its pro version. But the free tier is great with real-time web search, But here's its killer feature, its biggest advantage.
What's that?
It always cites its sources.
Oh, that's huge.
It really is.
Yeah.
It doesn't just give you an answer. It shows you the specific websites and snippets it used to generate that answer with links, so you can instantly verify everything.
So less chance of those hallucinations.
Significantly less. It grounds its answers in real-time data. It's fantastic for validating claims quickly, diving deeper into a topic without opening 20 browser tabs, or just getting quick, verifiable answers to complex questions. And like I said, our sources confirm the free plan is very generous.
Okay. Perplexity for research. Got it. What about other areas?
Right. Then, for coding and developer help, you should look at Claude from Anthropic.
Claude. Heard good things.
Yeah, specifically their faster, free model called Claude Instant, and you can get some limited access to the more powerful Claude 2 as well. Claude has built this amazing reputation for handling extremely long contexts.
Longer than GPT-4.
Often, yes, especially compared to the base GPT-4, and it's known for its really clear, detailed reasoning. So think about developers needing to analyze huge code bases or review lengthy technical documents or debug scripts that run for pages and pages.
Right, where losing context would be a disaster.
Exactly. Claude's ability to keep track of everything is a game changer. You can feed it whole projects, ask for changes, and it doesn't forget what you were doing. Pro tip. Use Claude to summarize long technical papers or even entire books you need to understand quickly.
Nice. Okay, coding covered. What else is in the free arsenal?
Well, if you're interested in open access and transparency, there's Hugging Chat from Hugging Face.
Hugging Face, the open source hub.
That's the one. Hugging Chat is basically a free website where you can try out various open source models like Meta's Llama 2, Mistral, and others. Now, they might not always have the same conversational polish as GPT-4,
Okay.
but these are really capable first-level models available with basically no restrictions. It's like a doorway into the whole world of open source AI. More transparency, community involvement, sometimes more control. Great for people who care about that stuff.
Interesting. Any others in that category?
Absolutely. You've got Bard from Google, which is now running on their Gemini Pro model.
Ah, Google's entry.
Yep. And it's completely free. It's connected to the internet by default. And its big advantage is how deeply it plugs into Google's stuff. Gmail, Docs, Sheets.
Oh, wow. So it can work with your Google stuff directly.
Yeah. You can literally ask it to summarize your emails, help draft things in Docs, maybe even create formulas for Sheets. It's really strong for brainstorming, creative writing, getting up-to-date info. Very versatile, especially if you're already living in that Google ecosystem.
That integration sounds powerful. Okay, one more category.
One more Q1. Specialized tasks and multimodality. And here, you really can't ignore Microsoft Copilot. It's the one built into Bing search.
Right, Microsoft's offering.
Here's the kicker, though. It actually uses a boosted version of GPT-4 by default, and it's completely free.
Wait, free GPT-4? How?
Boosted, yeah. It's Microsoft's implementation. Its main advantage is being multimodal. It can generate images using DALL-E 3, and it can analyze images you upload.
So like the paid ChatGPT feature, but free.
Pretty much. Need a picture for a presentation? Ask Copilot. Got a confusing graph? Upload it. Ask Copilot to explain it. It's like an extremely powerful, free Swiss Army knife, a real all-rounder. It does have limits on how many questions you can ask in one session, though.
Still, that sounds amazing for visual tasks and general info, plus image creation.
Exactly. Fantastic for visual brainstorming, general queries, and getting that cutting-edge image generation.
Wow. Okay, hearing all those options laid out, it's really clear the landscape is just so much richer than only ChatGPT. You're not just getting alternatives, you're getting these specialist tools that genuinely excel in specific areas. And they're free.
It's a genuine treasure trove.
That's a serious amount of capability right there at your fingertips.
Yeah.
But okay, now that we've sort of unveiled this arsenal, the big question becomes, how do you, the listener, actually choose the right tool for the right job?
Exactly. And this raises that important question again. How do you navigate all this choice and build your own personalized AI toolkit? Let's try and synthesize the big conclusions from our sources. First, the free version of ChatGPT, GPT 3.5. It is robust. It's more than sufficient for a huge range of daily tasks. That's your solid starting point. It's very capable.
Right. Don't underestimate the free version.
Definitely not. Second, the paid ChatGPT Plus. It's a productive investment, yes, but mainly for professionals with those specific high-stakes needs we talked about. Maximum accuracy, long documents, integrations, image analysis. Things the free plan just doesn't do.
Okay.
But the crucial insight here, the real takeaway today, I think, is the richness and diversity of that free ecosystem. These alternatives often excel in specific niches, sometimes even better than the premium ChatGPT in those areas. It's about being strategic.
That's it right there. This brings us right back to your personal AI strategy, listening now. There is no single best tool for everything. That idea, it's kind of a myth now.
It really is.
Instead, it's all about finding the most adequate tool for each task. It really encourages you to, explore, experiment, be a digital alchemist maybe.
I like that. Digital alchemist.
Don't be afraid to try Perplexity for your next research paper. Then switch to Claude if you're debugging code, and maybe use Bard for some creative writing prompts. Match the tool to the problem. You'll probably find yourself being incredibly productive without necessarily spending a penny. It's about empowering your workflow, right? Not just emptying your wallet.
Well said.
So, to recap quickly, we've seen the world of AI is incredibly accessible. There are powerful free options for almost anything you need. General writing, complex research, specialized stuff like coding or image analysis. The key takeaway for you is that you really can build a personalized, super efficient AI toolkit without necessarily paying extra.
It's empowering.
It is. It's not just about saving cash. It's about optimizing your digital life, really.
And maybe if we connect this to the bigger picture one last time, it's worth zooming out just a bit to think about some future challenges, some things to keep an eye on.
Good idea. What should we be thinking about?
Our sources flagged a few key points. First, the sustainability of these free models. I mean, will companies keep offering such powerful, expensive-to-run AI for free forever?
It's a good question. It costs a lot to run these things, right?
Immense computational resources. So we might see changes.
Yep.
Maybe free plans get less capable over time. Maybe more obvious freemium tiers emerge. Maybe more ads creep in. The business model is definitely still shaking out.
Something to watch. What else?
Then there's data privacy. This is a big one. Many free models, implicitly or explicitly, use your conversations, your prompts, to train and improve the system. That's often part of the deal.
Right, that's how they learn.
Exactly. So it's really crucial to actually glance at those privacy policies, especially if you're putting in sensitive personal info or company secrets or client data.
Yeah, you wouldn't want confidential stuff being used for training.
Definitely not. The convenience of free might come with a trade-off on data usage. Be aware of that risk.
Okay, privacy. What else?
We also need to think about a potential capacity gap. The absolute newest, most powerful models, think the top-tier GPT-4 Turbo or Google's Gemini Ultra, those will likely stay behind paywalls. They're just too expensive to run and offer unique capabilities.
So the gap between free and the absolute cutting edge might widen.
It could, yeah. Especially for fields needing extreme precision or massive scale, that gap between freely available and premium enterprise tools might grow.
Interesting. Anything else?
Finally, just think about market saturation and integration. We're already seeing so many AI tools. The future might involve consolidation. Maybe AI features just get woven directly into the software you already use, like Microsoft Office or Google Workspace.
So less about opening a separate chatbot.
And more about AI just being there in the background, inside your Word doc or your email draft. The interaction might become much more seamless, less explicit.
That makes sense.
So given this incredibly fast-moving, world-changing capabilities, business models shifting, tools getting integrated, the provocative thought for you is, how will you keep adapting? How will you optimize your personal AI toolkit to stay effective? And how will you navigate that ongoing balance between getting access, getting power, and protecting your privacy as these tools become even more a part of our lives?
That's a lot to think about. It's definitely an ongoing journey.
It is. And one final really important reminder, this generative AI space moves at lightning speed. Capabilities, pricing, availability, it can all change incredibly quickly. Our sources were current as of September 2024, but things shift. So always, always make it a habit to check the official websites for the latest info. The best toolkit today might look a bit different in just a few months. Stay curious.